Don't touch anything. Oh, we're just live.
Oh, we just went live. We didn't do our outro.
Intro.
We didn't do our intro.
Hi, everyone. Did you?
I went in and messed with stuff earlier today.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you deleted that.
Yeah.
Well, hello everyone.
Hello. We got
Welcome
right to
the
it today.
One Live show.
We got right into. Let's get right into it. Today's topics couldn't wait.
Are we for sure
minutes.
live right now?
Looks like it. Yeah, we're like 40 seconds
Okay.
in.
Okay, great.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, our outro. If we just came on, we just did an outro and then we're off.
Yeah, we need to drink more coffee.
Yeah. I took a nap. I took a nap before this.
You took a nap today?
I did. I took a nap, and I woke up very confused.
Where am I?
And I woke up, and I only slept for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe tops. And I woke up, and I was like doing I wasn't even thinking about doing it. I woke up and I started doing the like stress breathing, like. I don't know
After
why.
waking up from your nap?
Yeah. I was just like, I guess
overwhelmed from waking up. You're like,
yeah, I was overwhelmed from my nap.
Well, at least it's just us today. But it's going to be a pretty chill day. We're just hanging out with you guys. I see you're drinking an Arizona raspberry iced tea, Anthony. That's reminds me of my childhood.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's got Arizona in it. Or do you actually drink those out there?
Oh, we actually drink those out there for sure.
It's like a Arizona Pride drink.
Maybe. I mean, just in middle school, that was like you'd like walk over to the gas station and like grab an Arizona iced tea and go smoke a joint behind the gas station, and then like sneak home and then be drinking your Arizona iced tea. That was my.
We were drinking 40s. What were you doing? Arizona iced tea?
This was pre-40s. This was.
Have you tried a 40s in your adult? As an adult? It's disgusting.
No. Yeah. I mean, I don't even drink beer, so.
Yeah, same. I don't understand the appeal, but I have friends that love beer, trying different types of beer. You know what I've never been able to understand is people that drink at airports.
Really? Oh, I love a drink at an airport. It's hard for me to not have a drink at an airport. Oh yeah, I'm like 6 a.m. shot of tequila.
I've wasted instantly.
Not as much like anymore because I travel more, but like when traveling was still just like novel. Getting to have a glass of wine in the air at however many feet in the sky you are. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe it's because I've made an ass of myself on an airplane once. But in all fairness, I was in the military with army buddies, flying to Hawaii and from Korea, and the flight attendants were just giving us the shot bottle. They were just giving us liquor and drinking with us in the cabin area, in their little cabin area. I was wasted on a plane. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
not my best.
It is the.
I was 23, so.
What happened when you landed? Did you get kicked off?
Well, no,
they have to drag you out of there?
They were serving us, so.
That's cool.
We passed out. I passed out. And then proceeded to spend a week in Hawaii. I don't think I was ever sober the whole time I was in Hawaii. That's my first time to Hawaii. Yeah, and I think we woke up, we were drinking until we passed out, and did that on repeat.
Sounds like a good time.
I got some stories, Sammy, if you didn't know. That's pretty mild.
I feel like I've heard a couple of them. Which, speaking of stories, you wrote a book. It's coming out soon.
It's done.
It's done.
It should be out in like the next week.
Yeah.
Are you hearing an echo?
No.
Oh, is it just me? I did. This is it. It's all done.
Wait.
It has pictures. If you're not much of a reader, you can just look at the pictures. We'll have the page up where you can buy that if you want to. As soon as the book's out in the next week or so. Hopefully by our next stream.
Yay.
But if not, the next.
So exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. What have you been up to? You tattooing? You did some tattoos this weekend?
Every weekend. Yeah, this past weekend was a little chill. Just did 2. But I've got this weekend, following weekend. I think I am booked every single weekend up until we leave for Japan.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's pretty sick. And some of the days are like 2-3 days out of the week.
That's really good.
That's pretty cool. I know.
That's very cool. That's great that that's going so well.
I know. I love it. It's so fun.
I wanted to come and get a tattoo from you before we went to Japan. Maybe when I get back.
I know you've been talking about it.
I know, we're getting tight. We're getting close. Japan, by the way, we can use that as our little segue. I don't know. You're not on X much.
Here and there.
What's going crazy right now? So X shifted the algorithm to global,
which is so cool.
And so my feed is just nothing but Japanese posts, people from Japan. And Japan is apparently incredibly based. So it's just like Japan bros and American bros like connecting on there on like steak and beef and guns and anti-immigration policies. It's just going crazy. So there's this incredible amount of like Japan American love happening on X right now. My feed is completely full of that.
And so as soon as I open my feed, it's the top one. Americans, go to Toyama in Japan.
Yeah. I'm seeing tons of cool stuff on. I'm like, I've sent you a couple today. I was like, dude, look at this. We have to go here.
Translated from Japanese. See, I've thought about this a lot. Like, it's so weird that, you know, people from all over the world are on these social media sites, but like, because we only speak English, we only get other people that speak English. But like, why not just do auto translations and kind of merge all of the world a little bit more?
Yeah.
Like, I experienced that a little bit when TikTok was down. I went on Red Note, and
what is Red Note?
Red Note is like the Chinese TikTok.
Okay. Wait, isn't TikTok Chinese?
Yeah, so it's mostly in Chinese. So you kind of have to like go and translate, but some of the things are translated. But I posted several things, but I had to go in and translate, and like if I had a voiceover in English, I would put the translation in the subtitles in Chinese so that they could read it. There's just like tons of really, really incredible artists in China. The art styles are really cool. So I was mostly just using it to like share my art. And of course, the first video that I posted like kind of popped off. So that was pretty cool. I ended up deleting it. But that made me kind of think like just how different like their content styles and stuff were. And like they're just kind of 10 steps ahead of America when it comes to content creators and content creation.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to find. So when I first started doing YouTube, one of the first places I went to was China. This is pre-TikTok and any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I started posting American videos, and there's a site called Bilibili in China, and Chinese people were just taking my videos and downloading all of them and then uploading them to their platform, Bilibili platform, to their accounts on Bilibili in China, and putting titles and like these crazy thumbnails that were like American Macho travels to China, American Macho goes to Shanghai, American Macho does this. It was like a whole thing. We almost like made t-shirts and stuff out of it.
What?
I'm trying to find one right now because I found the Billy site.
That's so cool.
So
funny.
Yeah, if I find
did
it.
You, we kind of glazed over this, but I love this. Did you see this from Jeff? On the way to Egypt, I had a beer with breakfast in London and a beer with dinner in Munich. It was quite enjoyable, to be honest.
See, I would just.
Because that was probably like.
I'd be drunk. Especially flying. I get the feeling that Jeff can handle his beer intake.
Jeff can probably throw him back.
Jeff can probably throw him back, yeah.
Anthony, what kind of tattoo? Like black and gray illustrative?
Yeah, no more color for me.
Yeah.
I don't do color anymore for a while. All right, forget Billy. I'm not going to try to find that. Yeah, I think the next tattoo that I'm getting, it was a big piece on my thigh. And then the other one I'm not so sure about was going to be on my head. I always said I would not do that, but
I found exactly what you're talking about. This, like this?
Yeah, it's all just Japanese dudes.
We
and
love
like
Western stuff.
They love Texas.
I follow a guy who does like an incredible like Southern accent.
Yeah.
And he like dresses up like a cowboy.
Yeah. So this is all my feed right now, which is just like Japanese just loving American culture, especially cowboy, like Texas. Tons of it's like we love barbecue, we love cowboy culture. They're showing their trucks. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool what's going on there right now. So I've been making friends in Japan on X this week.
Hell yeah.
It's just been fun.
I love this. We're fans of the cowboys from the movie Tombstone. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my cowboy boots for sure.
Oh my God. That clip that I sent you from X, can you pull that up?
Did you text it to me?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'll see if I can find it.
One of the beach one?
No. The beef. Did I send you the beef one?
Yeah.
Jeff will appreciate
I didn't watch
this.
it, but the Wagyu steak rice bowl. Are we going here?
It's in Downtown.
God. How do I get this on from my phone?
Send it to me in your in the DMs, and then you can pull it up in your DMs, unless you got shady ass DMs.
Oh, I can do that. Okay.
It looks so good. So, you know, being from Texas, very barbecue, or I go to other places that supposedly have really good barbecue, and I'm like, dude, this ain't it here in America. Been to tons of places that claim they have really good barbecue, and it's just like, dude, get out of here with that.
I don't even get barbecue up here.
Because yeah, that'd be like ordering Mexican food up there.
Yeah, exactly. Which I
like don't do
rarely do.
Yeah. I don't order Mexican food or anything or barbecue and things like that when I go up north in America, anywhere up north. Learn my lesson. I'll eat Asian food from an Asian restaurant.
I was gonna say, you can just get Thai food while you're up here.
You know.
Yeah, I'm really excited to include more like food content from our travels.
So I already asked Mel, and I think I got a yes from her on this being a spot that we hit. So yes, I agree. Texas brisket, I mean, it's just so good. But if we pull this clip up, Pax, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really making a Texas boy like myself be like, all right, let's see what you got.
Okay. Yeah, that beef looks crazy.
Let's just play the video. We'll let people just make their own decision. Because we'll be here in a month. And I really want to go here and try this while we're exploring ancient sites in Japan. Jeez.
Oh my god. I could eat that every day.
Dude.
It's kind of a hot take, but I could eat that every day.
Dude, I want that in my life.
If I had to choose my one meal forever and I could only eat that one meal for the rest of my life,
that
would be it. I think that would be it.
That looks so freaking good. I don't know why, but the egg just did it for me.
$200. The egg?
Yeah, that looks so good. We just do a whole stream watching like Japanese barbecue.
Just watch this. I can watch this on YouTube, honestly.
Look at that grill too. Dang, that looks so good.
It looks so
So we're gonna be there in a month. We got a bunch of people in chat that are going to be with us in Japan, so hopefully we can all fit into one of these places. We're going to have to split up for a lot of our food moments on the tour because there's 80 of us, and there's not going to be any restaurants that can accommodate 80 people. So we're figuring out some of that out. Most of the places that we're going for food, if you're in the chat and you're going to Japan, are going to be districts that are known for food types. And then we're just going to have to break off into groups and stuff. So we'll figure that out.
Kind of like lots of street vendor stuff. And oh, that's exciting. I'm actually really stoked about that.
Downtown is where that place is. That'll be a really fun district to be a part of. And we're going to be filming a lot of really cool ancient sites. Maybe we should talk about ancient stuff on the stream a little bit. We got caught up with barbecue.
Let's just talk about.
But we were talking. We did say we were going to talk about Japanese X.
Yeah, well, that's pretty travel oriented. I feel like if you're ever planning a trip to Japan, go on X and try to make some Japanese friends.
Japanese buddies, yeah. You know what? You'll have to get the beers in me for me to do karaoke.
Likewise. Actually, what is that that thing that you can take that like gets rid of your stage fright? Or like,
oh, beta blockers.
I think I need a beta blocker to do karaoke.
I'll bring them with me. I have a bunch. I use those if I'm speaking in front of people. It's so odd because I can be in front of a camera and do stuff in public in different places, do a live stream or whatever. But if I get on a stage, it's so focused, the attention on you.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
If you saw me speak in Scottsdale or Sedona, just know I was picturing you in your underwear. And I was on beta blockers.
I don't know why that is good. Is that the thing that would make me more nervous? That would just make me more uncomfortable. Picturing everyone in the crowd in their underwear, that would just make me more uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who started that? Who started that as a thing?
The underwear thing? Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Fucking weirdo.
The beta blockers work. I can't remember the last time I took one.
You would think that I would think that I wouldn't be that fearful of stage fright because I grew up performing. I grew up like being on stages, like performing as a dancer. But like at some point, and maybe that's like being with a group too. But
yeah, in school, giving a presentation was my least favorite thing. Yeah, but it does get easier the more you do it. So what's in the news? Should we move on from Japanese X? I was really interested in this. Yeah. So they shut it down.
Yeah, this is what is being said. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Jerusalem's old city, the traditional site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection, one of Christianity's holiest places, Israeli authorities imposed restrictions on access starting in late February amid an escalation in the Middle East conflict involving Iran.
Yeah, I've seen some disturbing footage on protests from people in front of the church and stuff, and then being attacked. And yeah, Israel is pretty famously unfriendly to Christians. I've seen lots of videos of people getting spit on and things like that. But I guess this is the first time they've shut it down. The interesting part is for this particular event or whatever, is that there's nothing else being shut down. So like no synagogues or anything like that are being closed from what I've read.
Yeah, so they're saying specifically it was like this area doesn't have bomb shelters. Like they're saying it's a safety thing.
Yes. Has, obviously I was, working. In fact, I finished it. I was working on a tour to Israel for my church next year. And obviously that's not happening anymore, but I had built it out. So I'd spent several months building out this and working on this tour, which, got me excited about seeing all these different places in Israel. And I don't know about you, but, for a while, the whole thing, everything going on over there in Iran and everything like that was just dominating my newsfeed. And now it's not showing up at all. I don't see it anywhere on any platform. So I have to go look for it for news. But somebody told me today that the US and Israel, or is it the UN, just put nukes on the table to be used in Iran, which is pretty disturbing.
I haven't seen that. I have not seen that.
Yeah, let me look it up.
God, I hope not. This is X is saying Pergrok is saying that the Western Wall has also been closed to the general public. Access is limited to small groups, up to 50 at a time. That's a pretty big group. In protected enclosed area adjacent to the main plaza. And then Al-Aqsa Mosque, Temple Mount, Haram al-Sharif, completely barred to Muslim worshippers since late February, including throughout most of Ramadan. And I don't know how to pronounce that, Eid al-Fitr. This is described as unprecedented in recent decades by some reports. The compound has stood largely empty. So the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is completely closed to general public. The mosque is completely closed to general public, but then the Western Wall is closed, is limited to small groups. So that's not closed. If those are all I'm not sure if this is saying that these are all in the same area.
Yeah,
I mean, there are like arguments that that's pretty totalitarian to be saying we're shutting this down. You don't have access to this, especially, you know, given Israel's history of the Israeli government using safety concerns or it's interesting how they're willing to apply like safety in some areas, but then not in others. Like, you know, it taking 6 hours for them to come to the aid of the people on October 7th. You would think that there would be more, like if they had some kind of, I'm sure they had intel, like why wasn't that area shut down? Like if they, I don't know. I guess you can't really compare those because they weren't in the situation they're in now, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
They seem to be very pick and choose, very selective over when and how they are doing things for the safety of people, of their people.
Yeah, it very COVID vibes in terms of shutting things not making sense. So, you know, I mean, you know, I was worked from home. COVID didn't affect me like it had affected other people. I wasn't put in positions that other people were put in where they had to make decisions based on their jobs and livelihoods, right? But I do remember things being shut down, like mom and pop stores and things like that, while the big chains were kept open. Walmart, grocery stores, big chain grocery stores and stuff. And just remember that not making sense at all. You know, the massive grocery stores, Home Depot, places like that were left open, but individually run. And, you know, later on we saw the effects of that. It was great, you know, the greatest transfers of wealth upwards in history after all that. Yeah, when things don't really make sense, I think it's totally appropriate to be like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And ask questions about it.
Yeah.
Asking questions about a situation doesn't mean that you are, I don't know, like that you have some death wish for people or that you're just, I don't know.
It's a tough topic to get into, right? Because you don't know how much you can dig into and stuff. I will say traveling to Israel was something that like I said, I was planning that tour, was something that I was looking forward to a few months ago. Then having to scrap all of that and digging into all the sites, so, it's crazy seeing, because Israel's invaded Lebanon now. So they've invaded the southern part of Lebanon. These are places that I traveled to just a couple years ago through Lebanon. When I was down there, I was on the border, which was highly militarized between Israel and Lebanon. And luckily enough, I was able to go to a bunch of sites down there that were right there on the border. In fact, when I was down there, there was what looked like a boat of refugees sinking off the coast. Cops, ambulances, and all sorts of stuff there in Lebanon on the Lebanon side showed up, and boats came out there and started pulling people out of the water and then transferring to the shore.
Wow.
It was crazy. And I think my guess is that they were coming from, that they were Palestinian. But that whole area was hit with bombs and stuff that I visited. Let me pull. And one of the sites that I visited was a place called Kana, which is like it's considered the first place where Jesus performed his first miracle, turning water into wine at the wedding.
In Lebanon?
In Lebanon, at the site called Kana. So there's, I guess, a couple sites that are potentially that site. This is one of them that's considered the possible site of that. There's a little cave. When you walk down this little hillside, it's on all these rolling hills and different things.
Oh, I think I remember that video.
Yeah, put a video out on it. It's on the channel.
Yeah.
And it's a whole massive quarry. It's a quarry site for just like other ancient quarry sites that I've seen, but nobody pays attention to it. And all that's been taken over. They're telling people to evacuate Beirut. Beirut's in the center of the country. That's like half of Lebanon.
They're currently telling people to evacuate Beirut because Israel is starting to invade Lebanon.
Yeah, so they already have. So I went all the way down to Tyre and past Tyre near the border with Israel when I was down there. Yeah, so that site that we visited was called Kana, and you can look it up. The video's out. All that whole area though now has been bombed extensively. And if you look on the map, I guess I can just pull it up. I mean, Beirut's like in the middle of the country, and they're telling them to evacuate Beirut. So there's ancient sites all up and down here. There's ancient sites in the middle of Beirut, in the city.
So I feel like we kind of touched on this in the last video that we did, where we overlaid that map that I found where it had Israeli and American strikes, and then there are also some Iran strikes in there as well. Laid it over Iran's ancient sites, and it like almost lined up perfectly. It was almost like looks like they're
Isn't that crazy?
intentionally bombing these ancient sites or these ancient areas. And like I said, I mean, is that causation or correlation? I don't know. That could just be like that's where the people are. That's where these other sites are that they're trying to target. I don't know. I'm just a girl, but it does look very interesting. It's hard to not.
Yeah, it's hard not to connect that. It's interesting that they've bombed around Baalbek. There's nothing over here. This is like this whole area. This is where I got shot at. Where you're traveling there, and so you know, this is, Baalbek, the site is in the middle of Baalbek, the city. And, apparently bombs have fallen around here. And there isn't really anything out here. I mean, you're traveling along like the sides of mountains on the highway to get out here. It's quite the drive and beautiful. I tried to talk my cousin into going into Damascus, and he wasn't for it. Probably was a good idea. But yeah, why? I don't understand. What are they bombing up there? Would be. And I don't know. I haven't heard any news about because I know bombs have dropped around Baalbek, and I don't know if there's been any destruction to the area or the site there. But I did hear a while back that bombs have dropped over Baalbek, but have not seen if there's been any kind of like damage to the site there. It's a big site.
Yeah. Is that well, that would make sense that because that goes into like their map of Greater Israel of what they're trying to do, right? Like southern Lebanon.
Yeah, the Greater Israel map goes between the Nile, so everything to the east of the Nile in Egypt, to the Euphrates here. So basically, that Greater Israel plan would be all of this into Egypt all the way over to the Nile, all the way over to the Euphrates River. So I don't know where the border, the boundary, where that would be.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah. And I think stretching all the way up to the border of Turkey. That's it.
Yeah.
Can you make that bigger?
Maybe this one. So, I mean, it completely encompasses Lebanon.
Yep. Yeah, all the way up to Turkey, most of Syria, half of Iraq, the north of Saudi Arabia, all of Jordan.
Yeah, it's hard to not like believe. That is insane. And it's even more insane that they've blatantly been like, this is our plan. And they're so clearly going forward with it. And I think one of the silliest things that like we can do right now is just assume that this is all over oil. Like they clearly like they have plenty of oil. I mean, maybe to some extent the Venezuela thing was a plan to get oil pre them knowing that they were going to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. But on the greater spectrum of things, like this just really, in my opinion, seems so much more like it just seems more religiously driven than anything else.
Yeah.
Or what their kind of perception of what their prophecy is, what their perception of
Can you put the map back up?
Yeah.
Because that's insane.
Yeah.
That's basically the taking over fully 2 countries, Jordan and Lebanon, most of Syria, which is destabilized, half of Iraq, all the north of Saudi Arabia, and everything to the east of the Nile River and Egypt. if any other country was attempting something like this, yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah. It'd be a pretty big backlash, I think, from other countries.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I saw a report today or yesterday that Israel put out saying that there needs to be troops on the ground to secure Iran, or just, to like in this conflict, in this war, but that Israel would not commit any troops themselves.
Right. So, yeah, which why they never have. Why would they?
No, and this is all very biblical. Yeah, this is apparently promised land between the Nile and Euphrates. And I think, for people who don't believe that this is happening, you just watch. I mean, it's happening in real time. This is kind of insane. I don't understand the invasion of Lebanon.
That's kind of where I'm coming from with this, is like, you don't have to be religious, you don't have to be Christian to understand that this is religiously motivated.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that in 2026 wars can be started over like religious ambitions. Like, that just seems like something that we read about in history. That was like, oh, like that's what we used to be starting wars over, but like not anymore. Now we start wars over resources, which but when I like, even, have you heard, I don't know too much about this. I don't know how like deep into conspiracy land this is, but I've even read some things about the Iraq war being something to do with
Gilgamesh.
Was it? Yeah, I think so.
That they found the tomb of Gilgamesh.
Right.
And so there were archaeologists working on it. And then immediately the Iraq war started, and then they secured that site. Yeah, I've read about that.
Right.
Obviously, how much we can know about that, I don't know, because it's all kind of like hidden, right? Everything's stopped on as far as research to that thing. I saw crazy there were crazy videos of like there was crazy videos being circulated at the time of like the body of a giant entombed. This is years ago when all this came out first, right?
Yeah, so this says that in April of 2003, the BBC and other outlets reported that German-led archaeological team, including geophysicist George Fassbinder from the Bavarian Department of Historical Monuments, believe they may have found what could be the lost tomb of legendary Sumerian king Gilgamesh. The announcement came just weeks after the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq, beginning in March of 2003. Further excavation and verification work was disrupted by the war, instability, and security issues in the region. But I feel like I've also read that they, like over the archaeological site, they put over a like it turned into a military base, basically. Like they military tents and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty weird timing.
Very weird.
Again, causation, correlation, I will never know, but that's weird.
So take your pick: biblical prophecy, resources, oil, control of the region. All of it's being used as reasons. Kind of seems to shift depending on who the audience is.
Yeah. Trish, the arrogance said that they would know about the coming of God. It's so nuts. Or man can, yeah. So it's like, that seems like a part of it too, is like them trying to initiate the second coming of Christ by doing like all of these vocal things.
They've been vocal about
super
that
vocal.
recently.
Like that's not even a conspiracy.
Handful of years that you know, the stuff with the red heifer, the pure red heifer and things, they've openly discussed that.
The convoys into the Vatican on the weeks following the Iraq invasion. What?
Which is, look, if you've been to these places, because I've been to most of these places, it's crazy. Like the Vatican's crazy. So if you understand, like, you know, some of these religions and stuff, and then you walk through a place like the Vatican, it's crazy. The Vatican's insane. I mean, there's just like idols everywhere. There's Egyptian statues and symbolism and all sorts of just crazy stuff everywhere in the Vatican. It's wild to walk through. I remember walking through there and just being like, what? You know, why is all this here in this holy place where there's not supposed to be idols and different things like that? But the Vatican is wild, and the symbology there,
yeah,
is crazy.
That's one of my favorite things about like.
I have a video out on this too, actually. You know what? Maybe chat can let us know. We're finishing off the Egypt videos, right? We've got how many more coming out? We've got one coming out this week, hopefully, and 2 more to wrap up Egypt. And then we may do like a museum video. So I'm sitting on tons of content. We could do the Vatican museum video, a Vatican walkthrough type video showing all of this. I do have a Vatican video out, but it's more like a vlog. So we could do a walkthrough of the Vatican. We could do a walkthrough of the Louvre, or we could do a walkthrough of the Sanliurfa Museum in near from Turkey to Göbekli Tepe.
If we do the Vatican, do we do a voiceover of all of the mysteries surrounding the Vatican and all of the conspiracies?
That would be fun, because here's the thing, chat. We gotta get a video ready to release for you guys while we're gone, because we're gonna be off in Japan filming for like almost a month. We don't want to leave you guys hanging for a month. So we've been working really hard on getting a schedule down, release a minimum moving forward is 1 video every 2 weeks, and then eventually a video a week. So we want to have something lined up. So yeah, can't we do a vote?
Yeah, we can do a vote.
Let's do a vote.
I think I have to log into.
We'll put a vote up. You guys can vote in chat.
What video do you want to see while we're out of town?
Vatican
Louvre. Conspiracies, or
yeah, Vatican Louvre, or the Sanliurfa Museum for Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which I haven't seen that one. So I don't know, that might do well. People might want to see that.
Wait, wrong channel. Oh. Do 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 do. Okay. Start a poll. Okay. Vatican. Oh.
Gotta ask him a question.
I know, that's what I'm starting. Vatican. Was it Turkey?
Vatican, Louvre, Louvre.
Actually, no, I was gonna ask.
I already know.
L-O-U-V. L-O-U-V.
Louvre.
Louvre.
Louvre. And
Louvre.
the Sanlierfa Museum.
Sanlier. How do you spell that one?
Sanliurfa.
Lierfa.
Kay is doing amazing. We keep getting baby pics in our text message group, and she is adorable and precious, and we love her already so much.
Like fully self-aware already. She's already speaking full sentences and helping Kay in the garden. And
I just hired her on the other day as a part-time writer. She's a
she already is.
She takes after her mom.
Fluent in every single conspiracy that exists.
Yeah,
she can tell you all the details.
We wrote out a will for the Wandering Wolf. If anything ever happens to us, ownership immediately transfers to baby K.
All of us. She must pass on the torch. Is she coming to Sedona?
No. But you should.
Compose her first symphony. Yeah, exactly. Vatican conspiracies. You guys are like Mulder and Scully.
So this thing was crazy to see, and is definitely not a bathtub.
Red granite bowl 6 foot wide in the Vatican Nero's bathtub. What do you think it is?
I gotta pull a picture up that it's in one of my videos. I'll share a picture of it.
That's not a bathtub.
It's not a bathtub. And that thing's crazy. Look how huge it is. That's one piece. Says it's
that looks like
billion.
Something that you would use for like cymatics.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Thing is amazing.
2 billion American dollars.
Yeah.
What is this? A bathtub for birds? What is that?
What is this? A bathtub for giants?
It's so shallow though. It's so wide and shallow.
Yeah. It's you know what it is? It's the top to like a cooking pan for giants.
Obviously.
Duh.
Yeah. You can baptize a lot of babies in that at one time. Maybe, actually. That makes more sense than a bathtub.
Just mass baby baptisms.
Have you guys talked about the water temple as a sound resonance tool? I call them, is that what we're talking about? I call them city-sized incubators. The water.
I don't know what we're referring to here.
Yeah, what is the water temple? I guess that's what I was trying to say with it looking like a cymatics thing. Like that looks like a sound resonance thing.
Yeah.
A cake mold.
Oh, where'd we go? I messed up my whole thing.
Yeah, man, I just don't understand why, like, it's just so there's so much evidence of Israel absolutely just doing horrible things to Christians and Muslims. And I don't understand why there are so many Christians doing the whole Christian Judeo alliance thing. You know, obviously that's like stems from, I know we've talked about this, the Schofield Bible, which if you don't know, is a Bible rewritten. What was it, around the time that Israel was created or shortly after? Which is like an evangelical Bible that was rewritten to basically create indoctrination that got people to be Zionists. It was like Zionist propaganda.
Yeah, the more I've studied Christianity and different religions, the more that's been confusing to me is the support of the like unquestioning support of of people that hates us. You know, I mean, so, just I mean, I mean, the Talmud's pretty specific about things. We're really getting into it tonight. Hey, at least this is on our secondary channel. So, last episode. Glad you guys were here for it.
I think this is pretty. All of these, I don't think we're saying anything that crazy. I think a lot of this stuff is becoming more and more mainstream, and I think it's becoming more and more important to like speak out against. Hey, we're not okay with murdering innocent civilians, and why would you not question a government who's doing so, whether it's ours or someone else's?
Yeah, I think we have to start with our own government. Why is our own government so? Why have we become the basically the military arm of Israel's interests?
Yeah. Like we're just being used as we're just like a guard dog.
Right. Yeah.
Corrupt. Yes.
Did you know, this is crazy, I just found this out, that Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, is Benjamin Netanyahu's cousin?
Either you sent me something about that, or
their dads are brothers.
Yeah, someone found their names before they changed their names and then connected them to that.
Their dads are brothers. And one of the policies that they've been instituting in Argentina is making it legal and incredibly easy for people to buy up land in Argentina, which is happening in huge parts of the south of Argentina, where all these fires have been getting set, which apparently most people don't even know about, but whole sections of Patagonia are going up in flames. And
just like parts of the US, weird.
And then all of that land, then people are having to like flee the area, and then all that land is getting bought up. By who? Take a guess. But that's insane that these guys are cousins. Their dads are brothers, and they're both running countries. Very odd.
Yeah, so I just put it into Grok. Of course, it says no. Benjamin Netanyahu's father, Benzion Netanyahu, born Benzion Millet. But then it literally says no. But then it basically says So, born Benzion Milikowski in 910 in Warsaw, Poland, was not the brother of Javier Milei's father. So, their last names are the same. One's just shortened.
They both changed their names.
Right.
Probably be good to make sure that what I'm saying is correct there.
Allegedly. This is all alleged. We don't know. We're just...
Oh, allegedly.
BlackRock, yes.
So probably Bill Gates has been mentioned a couple times. I still fail to understand why this person, Bill Gates, has any say in what's going into our food and our medicine or any of these things at the level of influence that he has. It's insane when I see what's the brand that I've had to learn to look for now when I'm buying my vegetables at the store. It's like Peel something or whatever. If it has that sticker on it, don't buy it. Appeal. So that's all antibiotic pumped full of mRNA, different stuff, vegetables now. If it has that on it when you're grocery shopping. My suggestion is to just buy kosher. So if you're grocery shopping, just look, there's symbols on all of the food that's kosher. And if you buy kosher, it won't have any of those things in it.
Which says a lot about who's in charge of those things.
Yeah, dude. So let me pull up the if you're grocery shopping, these are the kosher symbols that are on food products. Kosher dairy, the U, these different symbols, the K. And if you have these symbols, if these symbols are on the food product you're buying, it's kosher, and it is not allowed to have any of the hormones. In fact, it's regulated more in terms of how it's processed and the facilities that they're kept in and made in, the different food products.
I saw a video of someone buying a soda too, like yellow caps. I think it was like a Coca-Cola. If you buy a Coca-Cola with a certain color cap, it's made with real sugar and it doesn't have any corn syrup.
It's kosher.
In it. Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess for legal senses, it's saying that them being brothers is saying it's not supported by credible evidence, but of course it would say
that. Yeah, it's crazy. I have a video out on this too. I went to the Georgia Guidestones several years ago, and the stuff that the things that were carved in stone there in the Georgia Guidestones, talking about reducing the world population to 500 million and all of these other things, and then that started really getting attention, and next thing you know, it blows up. It's really interesting.
It's super interesting. I think it's also interesting, just like looking at the history of Bill Gates' PR campaigns, how disliked he was. Was this in the late 90s, early 2000s? He had like multiple things that happened where he was just severely hated. And then he did the, him and Melinda did the whole PR campaign of, we're philanthropists now, and started doing everything that he's doing now. And it's just so crazy to see how much amnesia our culture has around people's reputations.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
There's emails talking about trying to get antibiotics that he can sneak to his wife after sleeping with hookers. This is an episode. This is quite the episode. I think we've kind of avoided talking about some things sometimes for certain reasons. Navigating YouTube, we'll see.
This is why we started a new channel. I mean, but most of this stuff is like, this is what's being talked about. This is what is in our social sphere right now. This is stuff, all this stuff is content that I'm consuming all the time, seeing other people talk about it. And I think what someone in the comments said, most people agree with these things, or we're just in our own echo chamber. I don't know. But even being in the Pacific Northwest and having very far left friends, it's kind of, I feel like, and family members, I'm starting to agree. Like, me and family members are starting to agree on things. There's kind of this, this full circle situation going on right now, I think, with people. Of course, there's still people kind of digging their heels in, but I don't know. It seems like more people are kind of open. Like, a lot of these things that we just said, you would not be able to say on the internet 4 or 5 years ago.
No, isn't that crazy? Yeah, I was having a conversation with a buddy today who we've always been very opposite in terms of our opinions on politics. And we started talking about everything happening with Israel and over there right now in the Middle East. And we're just agreeing on everything. It's like, did we just become best friends? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no one, the only people that aren't Zionists are the ones, the only people that are still Zionists are the ones getting paid to be Zionists.
It's wild.
At this point.
It's something that was really eye-opening to me, hugely eye-opening to me when I started traveling, is that everybody else in the world understands how heavily they're being propagandized by their country and different stuff. America does not. I feel like we're starting to wake up here, but for years, people haven't understood how heavily propagandized we are and how good it is.
How good it is. It's good. They're really good at it. It's scary.
So good that people refuse to believe that they're being lied to about everything.
Right.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same too. It's the more that I'm starting to travel and see things, there's a lot of things happening. I think having so much more of an appreciation for this country. And one thing, kind of to circle it back to the farmland and Bill Gates stuff too, like having gone through very liberal colleges. I have my degree from very liberal colleges. I went through that system. I was an environmentalist throughout. My first degree was going to be sustainable architecture, because I was hardcore environmentalist from ages 10. I was going off about climate change and global warming, and all of my friends called me a nut job. I was doing it before it was cool, and it's just funny to circle around now that I've traveled more and I see how much land there is. There's no way this earth is overpopulated. There's absolutely no way. If you fly over the US, majority of it is completely from just looking at how much land there is on the planet that is not inhabited. How on earth do we not have enough resources to adequately support, feed, house every single person on this planet.
Yeah, we have more than enough.
We have more than enough.
Here's the interesting thing. Yeah, I saw this breakdown with China. China is a great example because there's supposedly over 1 billion people in China, right? I saw this interesting interview with this lady who's broke down the math, and there's just no possible way. She says at most there's 500 million people in China, but it probably is more like 300 million. And you have to understand why countries lie about their population is because they get funding and all sorts of different things from government organizations, and they get, it's beneficial to them to have a larger population for whatever reasons, right? And if you start thinking about it logically, um, I grew up during the whole time of the one-child policy during China. And that's just not sustainable because they were doing that for I don't know how many decades. So you're one child is not replacement. That's not a replacement level society, let alone a growth society, and that had been going on for so long. So there's no way that China, even just logically, could be hitting the numbers that they supposedly have.
Especially after having that law.
Right. And so, I don't think that there's anywhere near as many people but it's good for propaganda because what they want is a tax on everybody. They want a tax on everybody for this, a tax on everybody for that.
Right.
And that's, I think when people understand that if you're hearing it from the government or some kind of governmental organization, they're not implementing policies to help benefit anything. It's all about just squeezing the more money out of things. And all of that just gets funneled up.
Yeah.
None of it goes to where it's supposed to be going.
Or creating some kind of perception for like foreign politics or there's probably lots of reasons, but for the benefit of us is not one of them.
No.
Maybe some small like local politicians when they first get into politics will try to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe the masses of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really at the point where it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're talking about.
No.
They're both advancing the same agendas from people that are behind the scenes. And you just swing the pendulum back and forth this way, that way, and it just keeps inching forward towards these bigger shadowy goals. And you just keep the people off balance.
It can be such like a lonely island though too to be on, because I've been here, I've been on the not left, not right, very heterodox in my political beliefs. Like, don't feel like I need to assign myself to a party just for the identity of it. I don't care how I'm perceived if I don't feel like if I fit into the group, because I know that I can find middle ground with like every person that I talk to.
Yeah.
Because I care so much more about us as just normal people being able to have a conversation than I care about and like us joining together to realize like who is the real enemy here. It's them up there. It's not our neighbor to the left of us. It's not our neighbor to the right. Like these conversations like just need to be had because people need to stop hating their neighbor and start realizing that we're all being played. It doesn't matter what side you think you're on. We're all being used or played. And the things that we're passionate and the things that we care about are all being used against us.
Yeah, very true. Where are we at on the poll?
57% Vatican.
We're leaning Vatican, huh? Who's number 2?
San Lierfa Museum.
San Lierfa. Nobody likes the Louvre, huh? Okay, that's the one I have the most footage on.
The Vatican?
The Louvre.
Oh, 14% for the Louvre.
14% for the Louvre. 57% I'm seeing for Vatican. All right, we can do the Vatican. That's revisiting some old content. You guys get to see me before well, you know what? I just won't put myself on camera for that one. I was gonna say you get to see me before I fixed all my teeth. I had all my like chipped up and busted teeth when I first started doing YouTube.
No, we gotta put you in there. Just one shot. I'll just use AI to. I'll be like, keep his mouth closed.
Just mouth closed the whole time.
But like you have your voices go, like you can hear your voice talking.
But I'm just ventriloquist Mike.
Wait, at that point, we just have AI fix your teeth for you in your
Oh, so bad. I don't know. I didn't sneak a bird bath.
Yes.
Yeah, I had some teeth broken and knocked out in the army, and then I had chipped up teeth from getting in fights when I was younger. It's a real work of art I had going on for 20 years. I did not do a bird bath in the Vatican. The army did not fix my teeth. It's a good question. So the army will not pay for anything above your neck unless you're 100% disability. So anything, they call it ear, eyes, nose, throat, or whatever, is not covered in the military. And I'm 70% disability from my time in the military. They won't.
What if you get your eye shot at?
Well, yeah, that might.
And you survive, and you just need a new eyeball.
But I mean, that's what happened to me. I had a whole tooth and snapped off, and a couple broke, and my nose broke, and my tooth went through my lip, and none of it's covered. Yeah. They won't cover any of it unless you're 100%.
That seems like the first place you would want to be covered.
It's crazy, yeah. So, there's that. Yeah, you guys get to see me pre-grill.
I'll just have AI give you grills.
Do it.
Like diamond grills.
Yeah. I can do that now. It's getting pretty good. It's good. Yeah.
A soldier can't eat without good teeth.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Those MREs are kind of mushy sometimes. So army food.
Metal implants? Word of mouth guy? They give you metal implants? Excuse me?
Yeah, I didn't get messed up that bad that I needed like metal implants put into my jaw.
Wait, this is amazing. Putting this on the stage. Over Pedro, thank you so much for your service, Mike. I organized a benefit on YouTube that has raised over $538,000 for the Wounded Warrior Project in the last 4 years. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's so
that
cool.
Deserves. Where is it, Sam?
Round of applause. I got it.
That's amazing.
See, that's amazing. So cool. The power of just community and social. What I mean, really,
Yeah.
social media, YouTube is that I think people forget. It's just a tool for community and connecting with each other, and as fun as it is to go on Twitter and just argue with bots is really an awesome way to like actually like they want. I'm gonna rant for a second.
Yeah, do it.
They want us
Hold on before you
feel
rant. Hold on.
You're giving me a background track? It's a rant right now?
Yeah.
They want us to feel disempowered. They want us to feel weak and just powerless and stupid and ugly and just like hateful, and that we are like, they just want us to lay in bed and bed rot and just like doom scroll on TikTok until we just like become one with the couch. And you see it so much with the younger generation, just feeling so hopeless, and that there's literally no future. Kids right now don't even think that they will be alive in like the next 10 years. They think the planet is going to be completely destroyed from like cows. I like so many things like that. And
they've given up on learning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But when we remember and realize that we are not any of those things, we are actually very powerful, and we feel empowered, and we're surrounded by people that empower us, and we are in a community, we can use the tools and use our incredible brains to do incredible fucking things for the people of the world around us. And I ask myself all the time, how do I do that? What do I do? How do I contribute to make this world a better place? That is tough. It's really hard to know what to do, because it's kind of like there's so many things that you can do, but also like not at the same, like feels like nothing at the same time.
But I think there was a certain point where diving into all of this, when I first, I was into a whole bunch of different stuff pre ever starting a YouTube channel. Obviously, that's what got me here. But I think there was a certain point where I felt very discouraged for a long time. And you can kind of feel like, well, what's the point? Well, the point is like what you're talking about, which is connecting with other people that are like you, building communities, encouraging people. If you're putting out content that's encouraging, or sharing truth, which is tough because it's hard to hear. And yeah, we've got to eliminate the cows
by eating them.
Sammy is a dope human soul. And Sammy was going so hard there that I felt like I had to, I thought it was going to be more of a lighthearted rant, and it wasn't. So I turned the music off. I felt like it was detracting from your point.
The music did not fit the vibe. That's fine.
It didn't fit the vibe, and so I had to pull the music. Yeah.
This is too deep for me. Can we go back to the Wagyu?
We can do a palate cleanse. Let's put the Wagyu back.
We do a full circle with cows. No, I don't think that the world is going to end because we eat too much beef. I eat beef a lot. Yeah. I don't think that that's real. But I think a lot of kids think that.
Yeah, it's crazy the level of, that's the propaganda that we're talking about. The propaganda is so extreme that people literally think cows are ruining the world.
I mean, they're teaching that.
I still see.
They're teaching that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I still see people wearing masks out in public.
I do as well. I saw. Never mind.
Now we got to hear it.
I saw multiple people wearing masks at the No Kings protest in Portland.
Were you there?
2 days ago. It was like right outside my studio.
Oh.
Well, there were like people, like the protest wasn't right there, but it was, I think it was somewhere, I don't know where it was, but there were people out there's always people. It's a very busy area. So there were people holding signs. And I actually drove up to Portland that day, and there were people on all over the overpasses holding up signs over the overpasses from here to Portland. And I mean, great. I fully go protest all you want. I support everyone's right to protest.
No. Oh. Don't make me do this by myself, Sammy. We lost you.
No, I truly think that the people protesting are.
Your feed went out.
Oh.
For like the last 30 seconds.
Am I back?
Yes.
Oh. Where did you miss me?
I missed you the whole time. I missed you for the whole time that you were gone, Sammy.
No, at what point did I?
Sammy never left. Oh, it was just on my end. It never went out for y'all? Okay. Please continue.
Okay, well, I don't know what you missed me saying. I was just, dude, your response to me fit what I was talking about. That really tripped me out.
You went out and disappeared on my screen.
Well, I was just saying that I think that people that are protesting, like, I truly think that they think that they're doing the right thing. Like, go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Or you wouldn't go out to a thing and do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's helping anything right now, because I think the basis of it is a lot of it is based in propaganda, and I think it's contributing to even more propaganda.
I've just never understood going out to like protests or large crowd group gatherings, because I've been involved in some of that stuff. We did some riot control stuff over in Korea when I was stationed over there, and when I got in the country, a tank had run over 2 schoolgirls. It was a big deal. There were all these huge protests, and group energy in environments like that can just shift on a dime. And you can feel it, like, and I don't like being around stuff like that where mob mentality can set in so easily. Yeah. Like, it's a real thing where,
that's scary.
Groups and crowds of people can be easily influenced and controlled into like frenzies of, I forget about this all the time, but I was at the inauguration for Donald Trump on his first term. I went there. This is when I started taking pictures, and I went to the Standing Rock protests on the reservation when they were protesting the pipelines and blasting all those people with water cannons and rubber bullets and all that stuff was happening. I went out there and I was taking pictures of that. And then the inauguration was happening. I went there and I thought I was going to get into photography and taking pictures. And I went to the inauguration. There's so many people there. It was crazy. And then I went off onto this, there was another area. There was like this little park in a intersection, and Michael Moore was speaking there, and all these people, and it got all whipped up. The crowd just got all crazy, and there was like this Trump supporter dude that walked through the crowd, and it just riled everybody up, and they all got in a fight. And I was like, I just knew that things were about to pop off, and so I exited just from experience being in riots and around some of that stuff. And I got out of the square just as all these cops came in and shut down all the roads and exits and stuff. And that whole area just erupted into chaos. And that was where, if you remember it being covered, all the people were like busting out shop windows, running through the city, setting cars on fire, busting out cars and shops and things like that. It all just blew up from that spot.
Wow.
And I often forget that I was there, but I took all these pictures, and it was a crazy experience. But things can be calm, and they were, and then just like that, just shift with large groups and stuff. So I've never really understood like going out to big groups and stuff like that. Unless you're, I thought about covering and coming out here when they were doing protests in Austin years ago for something I can't remember, and I didn't. I've done it overseas a couple times. There were big protests in France when I was there. The Notre Dame had just been set on fire, and I was in Switzerland and left and drove over there, and immediately there were all these protests and stuff going on, and I documented some of that. Some of this footage is just sitting on my hard drive that I've never used.
You gotta put it on social media.
Yeah, and those pictures, I don't even know where those pictures are anymore. They're somewhere.
That would be cool to find. Yeah, I think the government has also just gotten really good at delegitimizing protests, and people are paid agitators, and then people, they like, do you remember during the BLM protests, riots, whatever you want to call them, they put out pallets of bricks. Do you remember those pallets of bricks just showing up out of nowhere, and people were like, hey, what's that? How did that get here? What the heck?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. This is kind of funny because there's been two times also where I've gone to national parks and they've either been set on fire while I was there or as I was leaving. Big Bend and Grand Canyon both caught fire while I was there, and I posted about it, and somebody was like, dude, I think you're setting fires. I was like, no, dude, I swear to God, I don't know what. One, the Big Bend was a lightning strike. I don't know what happened at Grand Canyon.
Wow, that's crazy. That video that the video that got me this job that I sent you, the rafting video that I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That mountain caught fire the night before we got there, and the campsite that caught fire, this is like Eastern Oregon, high desert, kind of area. The campground that caught fire was going to be the campground that we were going to stay at. So if we had just gone one day earlier, like that, we would have potentially been the ones there. Because I mean, it totally torched the whole campsite. Like people had to jump on their raft to escape it because it started at the top of the hill and then came all the way down. So the only way to get out was via river. So they had to leave their tent and everything.
Dang. I don't know if you've ever
I've also had houses next to me burn down. I've had multiple houses, neighbors. Yeah, well, fires just follow us. That's not good.
It's not good at all. All right, let's get into it. Let's get on a topic. We said we were going to talk about
this. Yeah, you guys want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
Some archaeological discoveries have happened. What was that? What were we talking about? 1,000-year-old whale trap discovered.
Now this was pretty cool. I had never heard of this. And in a very unlikely place, I suppose. I guess not for a whale trap.
Huge 1,000-year-old stone structure found underwater in Norway may be an ancient whale trap. Hold on, trying to find a good article. Very unusual structure in Norway linked to 1,000-year-old records. So the cool thing about this is that this links up with written records that they have. So they have these 1,000-year-old records describing a medieval whale trap, but they think that they actually have physically found the site because they have the written records talking about what this is. Divers investigating a mysterious underwater structure in Norway may have found the earliest known example of a medieval whale trap, in quotes. Records dating back as far as 1,100 years appear to describe similar trapping systems, which cetaceans were once herded during the Middle Ages.
I don't know anything about this, and I'd have to learn a little bit because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me on trapping whales underwater. So I guess it'd be like something you herd them into, like some kind of narrow inlet, and then they can't get out because it's all walled in everywhere else.
Yeah. I think that's the gist.
Huh. Seems like it would take a lot to kill a whale.
What were the writings that talk about the medieval whale trap? I'm curious, like what I want to see the writings, like the original writings. The 1100-year-old medieval whale trap refers to a large underwater stone structure that's a band or belt of stones over 25 meters, discovered in early 2026 by marine archaeologists in the Grindasundet Strait near Tellavag in Øygarden, off the coast of Bergen, western Norway. This is the first physical archaeological evidence of an organized medieval whale trapping system in Norway. The stone base likely supported a larger barrier made of timber, stakes, ropes, and nets that blocked a narrow channel. Whales, probably minke whales, were driven into a bay or inlet by hunters in boats, then trapped for slaughter and processing. The practice is believed to date back to the Viking Age or medieval period around 900 to 1100 CE. The historical writings are old Norwegian texts, though the earliest direct references to this specific type of trap come from legal and historical sources rather than detailed narrative stories. So the Gulating Law, which is Norway's oldest surviving legal code with roots dating to around 900 CE, and it related early medieval laws describing communal hunting practices. So they have written law talking about their hunting practices of what is legal, what is not.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you'd have to beach it. Who said that in the comments? You'd have to beach a whale. That'd be the practical way to kill it. You ever seen a whale explode?
What?
You ever seen those videos of whales exploding?
No.
They die, and then they fill up with gas and everything, and then they explode. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I just brought back a sad childhood memory.
Oh. Oh, when your pet whale exploded?
No, when we used to go down to Rocky Point for vacation, and I remember a dolphin had washed up to shore, and like dolphins were like my favorite animal. And I had found it, and I kept taking filling up a bucket of water and then dumping it on the dolphin to try to bring it back to life. It didn't.
It didn't.
But it didn't explode, so that would have been more.
I used to have a very innocent perspective of dolphins, but they are very aggressive.
I think everyone does until you find out. Sexual. Yeah. Have you?
Yes.
Have you heard of the story of the guy who had?
Oh.
Have you heard of this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The researcher lady?
No, there's a guy that claims to have his soulmate was a dolphin, had like full on sexual relations with a dolphin.
Yeah.
Then someone found out, and then basically obviously banned him from going to visit this dolphin. And then the dolphin killed itself. And he thinks the dolphin killed itself because they banned him from going to see the dolphin. Not only did this actually happen, this guy went on to make a documentary about his experience, basically being like, we need to create, like, this shouldn't be illegal. And no one in his family thought, hey, we shouldn't he has kids. I feel, none of, maybe they tried to stop him. I don't know. But whoever, they didn't try hard enough. That should never have come. That it's on the internet.
There's a lady that did this too. She was running research with this dolphin, and she ended up banned from sea.
Get out of here, guys.
And she ended up having a relationship with the dolphin that she was working with, and they shut the research down. It was a government program, I believe, if I remember correctly. But they're very aggressive, and they've attacked women in water sexually. And there's whole video.
How the fuck do they even know that? How do they even know that? There's two spots.
Dude, I went snorkeling with whale sharks in the Sea of Cortez, and dolphin pod came up and started getting really aggressive with the whale shark, and I was like, yeah, dude, get me out of here. Because they were getting really aggressive, swimming right
Where do you
past
think mermaids came from? Dead. That's so good. That's funny.
Oh, and on that note, let's check the votes real quick, because we're gonna lock in a video for you guys while we're gone and overseas.
Vatican is the winner.
Vatican's the winner.
Yeah. I'm excited about that.
Okay. I'll have to dig through my footage. That's an old one, but I can find all that stuff. It'll be interesting to like pause on symbols. Like, we'll have to go through that one together and just look at all the footage. Also, we were going to do another vote. Maybe we'll put it out on the channel. If you guys would like to see us stream once a week or something like that during the day in our meetings about doing trip planning, and if that's something you guys would be interested in watching us do in real time, could be cool.
Yeah, I think that's
what we've been talking about.
Cool.
Yeah.
Still talking about dolphins. I have to say, I have to speak for the good dolphins. It's just like we can't lump all the aggressive bad dolphins in with the good ones. There's clearly good ones. I'm sure there's benevolent and malevolent dolphins.
I saw a meme that said dolphins now rank the second smartest in the world or something like that, and somebody responded, it was like, oh damn, women moved down to number 3.
That's fucked up. Shut up. Are we going to be live streaming in Japan?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, if we have internet access. That was the problem. We were going to live stream while we were in Egypt, but the hotel we were at didn't have good Wi-Fi. Was that the issue?
Yeah, well, and then we were just too tired,
Don't make a sandwich. No. Didn't have thumbs.
Make you
doesn't matter how smart you are if you don't have thumbs.
They might be able to make you like a tuna puree or something. Puree, however you say that.
A tuna fish sandwich. Stupid. The military used dolphins. Yeah, didn't they? Wasn't this a project, like some part of the fucking psychic military arm where they were trying to like psychically.
Yeah. Dude.
Nothing is real, dude.
Honestly, dude, I don't even know if I want to have any more guests on. I think we should just do this every week.
Just start ripping.
Talking about like dolphin sex.
Speaking of ripping, think about think about being the person in charge. Like, think about being the person higher up in the government than that lady who, like, the part of the government when they had to shut down that lady having a relationship with the dolphin. Like, imagine being the person who received that memo on their desk. Like, you're like, normal day, going to work. You clock in, you sit down, you're like, okay, let's see what we've got on the fucking menu for today. And you're like, oh, great, a scientist is having a relationship with a dolphin.
Yeah. All right, well,
I gotta shut that down.
We just freed up $10 million for this budget. Yeah. Yeah, you're the pencil pusher that got that. And you're like, and you got that report first and you have to like give it to your boss and be like, so this is happening. Or you have to like present it in a meeting in a boardroom.
Or they're like, get that on the CIA's desk right now. We got it. We're going to make it look like we shut it down, but we're really just going to transfer her to the secret op arm of the CIA and utilize this in some satanic way.
Yeah, well, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing's real. The government funded viewing places are out of luck. Yeah, remote viewing is crazy.
I don't believe in any of that.
Really? Do you think that do you think it's a psyop of a psyop? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that they're making us think that they did that all just to psyop us?
Yeah, same with the UFOs and aliens.
Oh God. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, I know. People are gonna be really angry at me about that. I don't know about our audience, but yeah, I'm not on the UFO tip. I think it's just a big psyop. All the information is coming from government sources. I don't understand why people take NASA. Anything that comes from NASA is like even remotely reliable.
I have a video I need to send you. I just watched it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, something like $60 million a day is how much NASA takes from our taxes.
I mean,
I don't know if the budget is still that, but
it's
a lot.
How much money does NASA take in tax dollars every day?
Yeah, dude,
what?
I said we're just not going to do guests anymore. We're just going to sit here and
I can do this all day, dude.
Yeah.
Congress passed a $24 billion budget for NASA in the fiscal year of 2026. That's a lot.
Yeah, Pat, you wouldn't believe how inefficient the government is, though. They're inefficient so they can steal all that money. Inefficiency is the design. Like, you would not believe, like, the level of inefficiency that I saw within the military. It was insane. And
I've heard stories.
And I was in the infantry, and so that's very much an environment where, like, you're not, you know, they don't want question askers. They want yes sir type people, right? So, you know, I often found myself in odd positions where, why are we doing this? You know, it's inefficiency is built into the system on purpose.
Yeah. So they can just be like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, 100%. And I've talked about this before. I don't even think I fully believe that these people that are billionaires now, people like Bezos and Musk and Zuckerberg, and different people who've become billionaires off programs that basically are data and information collecting sources, that these people didn't, the idea that all these stories of people making it in their garages, none of that's true. All these people come from connected families, Bill Gates, all these people. And, you know, I feel like the more likely truth is that all of these companies and businesses are really just fronts to be in plain sight for government operations that, or powers and that be or whatever. And so these people are just the faces of that. So people like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and stuff like that, they're just the faces. And there's a whole story built up around them and developing their companies and doing all this stuff. But these companies get as big as they were because the paths were cleared for them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this. Well, Zuckerberg is a lizard man, and his wealth is an artificial construct. I was gonna say they didn't even have to use a real person for Zuckerberg. They just used a fucking robot.
That guy is weird.
He's so weird. I love his current PR campaign where he's like cool, like backyard chill guy now, you know?
Yeah,
like
he's cool backyard hoodie guy
with his friends and
smoke these meats.
He's gonna smoke these. He's like wearing a chain and like baggy t-shirts now.
Yeah, he goes to UFC shows.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, I think
smoke these meats. Let's pull up that Wagyu clip before we leave, and let's just refresh everybody's palate and play that video again. Put it on full screen.
I gotta find it.
We almost hit 2 hours just rambling.
Easy.
Oh
shit, I just had it. There it is. Yeah, let me know. Let us know what kind of we were talking about episode ideas for when it's just us, and I suggested, because we've talked about this before, we brought it up and we're like, oh, we'll talk about it later, because it was like towards the end of an episode, and I was like, if I open up this can of worms now, we will be on here for another 2 hours. But if we ever want to get into the metaphysical realm and talk about the history of what is considered now to be like manifestation versus prayer, power of the mind, the history of that stuff is so fascinating. I never see anyone talk about it.
Yeah, let's just do that. Well, next week we have on Oana, I think. I'm doing an interview on a show on Monday. Probably talk about my book.
What show?
Two Addicts and a Moron.
I feel like, have you been on that before?
I have, yeah. I did their show before.
I feel like I've seen clips of you on that.
Really like those guys. But yeah, we can get into that maybe the week after if we don't have anybody booked.
Yeah, that could be fun. Melodic Method, I do have books and videos and websites. Maybe not websites.
Come
definitely books. Yeah, I'll
Can you blow that up, the Wagyu?
I'll put a list.
Dang. That's so good.
We just watch it over and over. How much do you want to bet that is?
I don't know, but I pay it. I'm going to.
It's like $200.
I sent Gary a message. I sent him that exact tweet, and he just texted me while we were on here tonight. He said, "Let's fucking go."
Where? What restaurant is it?
I don't know, Sammy. That's why I texted it to you, so you can
because I'm
notate
supposed
all
to
of this. But I sent it to Mel too, so we can have like a dinner there.
Did anyone grok? Where is this? Someone's saying, my guess is that this is an AI generated video. Either that or this giant chunk of beef is fake. It does not resemble any cut of beef I've ever seen.
Don't tell me that.
No, it looks like Wagyu.
It does, doesn't it? I don't want to hear that that's AI.
I don't think this is AI. Well, it's just a fat cow. I don't know. Maybe it is AI.
Yeah, play that again for our outro.
Wait. Yeah, Melodic Method. I'll come to our episode. I'll like put together my sources for you. Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Let's let that roll. We'll do an outro.
Get ready for food content from Japan.
Oh, let's plug our things. Quest for Ancient Civilization is coming up. We hope to see you in Sedona. What else do we have going on? You guys come join us in Sedona. And then we're going to launch another tour. Launching another tour in June. We have a current tour that you can do now with me, Luke Caverns, Will from Incredible History, to Greece. That's going to be amazing. So you can find that one on the website, wanderingwolfproductions.com. Head over there. The book will be released here in the next week or two. We'll have that up. So once that's available, you can buy the book if you're interested. Come with us to Greece. That one's
come with us
so
to
good.
Greece.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Yep. So Gary spilled the beans packs on the UK, and so we'll be announcing UK in June for 2027. We'll be going to the UK, doing sites like Stonehenge and Avebury. We have a Harry Potter themed add-on for the tour, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I think he spilled the beans on Edinburgh too, so we're going to be doing that as well. And I think there might be a meetup. We're working all that out, and we'll be launching in June is the plan right now to launch. So just to give you guys a heads up, it's going to be a fun trip there. And again, you can jump on the Greece tour right now with me, Luke, and Will. Sedona. Now's the time to get tickets if you want to come hang out. Yeah, loose lip scary. And Austin is in October. What else we got going on? Anything else? We have a video release this weekend.
Hell yeah, we do. Part 2.
Egypt Part 2. And thank you guys always for being here.
Yeah. We should be on a pretty regular video release after this video, so that's exciting.
We've been working really hard to dial things in. Yep. And so to start bringing you guys a ton of content on ancient sites from around the world. The goal is here in the next couple months to be dropping a video every week. And I think we've got the system down, pretty much down. Well, sort of. But
every week might be ambitious, but we'll see.
Yeah. We know we can hit every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks is just super doable. Yeah.
Yeah. So starting this weekend and from there on, we're shooting for every 2 weeks.
Yay.
Bear with us when we're out of the country. If there's any hiccups, that'll be the cause.
Cool.
Anything else, Sammy?
More episodes like this. Awesome content. I like this because I feel like we get to hang out more with y'all in the chat, and like it's hard when we have a guest on to, you know, not, I don't want to break up the conversation, but when we're doing it like this, it's like we're both very ADD, so it's easy to just bounce around from topic to topic.
And you guys, this is cool because we got a vote from you guys for the Vatican. So we'll try to get a Vatican video out. That would probably release in May or beginning of June if we get that done.
Yeah.
So thank you for the votes.
And we will be getting more feedback from you guys for while we're traveling, like what you guys want to see for while we're traveling.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're going to be planning out, maybe we'll start doing that extra stream here next week or something, because we're going to be really digging into shot planning and site planning because we're staying an extra week or more after our tour in Japan to film all over Japan. So if you guys have suggestions, hit us with them. We might have to do a stream just for you guys for that. I think that'd be fun.
Wandering Wolf live from a maid bar? What is a maid bar?
I don't know.
Dude, if we went live from somewhere really interesting, that actually would be really cool.
Yeah, but I don't want to be obnoxious in Japan.
That's true. It would have to be like a noisy bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll put a fundraiser together for to help the dolphin guy get the
This is a maid bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Should have known.
Maybe not. Maybe.
All right. Don't mention the quarry with the laser cut stones. Not very many people know about that. We're going there. We wanted it to be a surprise, but we are going to that quarry. You figured us out. We didn't even give any information away on that one.
You just knew. Anyways,
but it's not a query. Oh. It's a quarry.
Query. We'll have the query about the quarry.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Later.